If an animal can be saved, they should be saved. That's the simple mission of No Kill Pima County.
So true. Marcy Vellen and Lisa Frazier are joining us now with more, and they have a special guest that they brought along who all of us have already fallen in love with. Good to have both of you here.
Thanks.
All of you here, I guess we should say. Let's talk about Dolly. She is adorable.
This is Dolly. She's 7 years old. She's a lab mix. She's in a rescue with Tucson Cold Wet Noses. And she's doing really well. I have 2 dogs at home that she gets along with. She's house trained. She's crate trained.
She's really like the perfect dog.
She walks well on leash. Yeah, she's just nervous outside the house. I mean, that's probably her, and we're working on it. It's definitely something we're working on.
It's something that she'll be able to get over, and like you were saying, she acclimates to circumstances pretty quickly. I mean, when she walked in the studio here today, it's such a weird new experience. She was shaking.
Yeah.
Now look at her. She's
She's on the couch.
She's making herself right at home.
She is. She is.
What type of health problems does she have?
She has a thyroid problem. So when I got her, she was 100 pounds, and she's now 60. The thyroid meds are pretty cheap. It's twice a day with her food, and that's it. It's pretty simple.
Yeah, I mean, she looks super healthy. You said she'd be a great dog to go hiking with.
She loves to hike. She loves to walk. I can't run anymore, but she'd love to run. We walk every day, and she's much happier if she's walked.
Yeah, out and about.
Yeah,
I said
she loves it.
I can picture her in the back of like a Jeep Wrangler or something, right? Just,
Yeah.
you know, the little bandana. You said she really likes men, too.
She loves men. She loves my husband.
She is so sweet. I think she'll get a home. I hope she gets a home.
I hope she does too, and I'll keep her until she does.
Well, thank you for what you do. That's so sweet. Let's talk about No Kill Pima County a little bit more. I mentioned that if you can save an animal, you should, and that's really at the heart of what you guys do.
Absolutely. It's and especially this project, SaveTheSaveable.com. It's really about giving animals second chances, and in some cases, third or fourth chances. Like Dolly, she was actually at the Pima County shelter originally, and then she went to the rescue, Tucson Cold Wet Noses. So we're about helping animals stay out of shelters, getting out of shelters, having the care they need if they need special medical care while they're in the shelter, anything that helps them end up in a happy home, permanent home.
Well, I think you also help by telling people what they're really like in that situation. You know, here's what she liked when we got her home. Because it's hard to understand a dog's personality when you only bring them out in a small area while they're at the shelter. Because they don't really show their personality very much. You said that when you saw her for the first time, she ran from you.
She ran from me, ran to the far end of the kennel, and I didn't even want to go in and get her. I stepped out, took a breath, went back in and leashed her up, and she went home with me.
She's a graduate? Look at her. What kind of degree does she have?
We went through class. And
oh my gosh. And you know, what struck me a couple of weeks ago, I found out, and you say this is true, that a lot of black dogs don't get adopted out at the shelter. That's just one of the things that happens.
They're the last dogs to be adopted.
And the older. I mean, she's just middle-aged.
Yeah.
She's about 7, and so she's mature, but you know, she's got many years ahead of her, and so they always need a little extra help, step up too.
Yeah, and fostering is something, and we talk about this every time, but it's important to remind people that these dogs, especially if they have maybe some health concerns, don't heal as quickly in a caged environment as they would in a foster home, right? So what does it take to be a foster parent of a dog?
Well, you can foster for PAC, you can foster for many rescues, and you just fill out an application. I know for my rescue, they came and checked out our house and checked me out a little bit, and but it's great to foster. I've had her for a long time. Most of my other fosters I've had they've been adopted within 3 months, but I've had her for a year now. But she's come a long way. When I first got her, you couldn't pet her. It took me 2 months to pet her, and now she loves it, and she'll run to the door to get her leash on and go for a walk, and she's really come a long way. It's pretty amazing. I've never realized how amazing it is till I've had her this long, because she's really come a long way.
Will you be a foster fail? Is that what you're saying?
No, because I can't keep fostering. I need to keep fostering.
She needs a different home, and I'm sure she will find when there's a lot of other ways to give back to this mission too. Did you want to say something, Marcy?
No, I wanted to touch her and show everybody
that
she's friendly. She is very friendly.
Oh, look at that.
Somebody out there deserves her.
It's hard because people want the dog to run up and lick you, and that's just, they want you to love you right away, and a lot of dogs don't. And I had a rescue say to me once, the dogs that don't, when they do, they fall really hard. And it's very true.
I just met her an hour ago.
Thank you both so much.
Thank you for having us.
Of course. If you'd like to adopt Dolly or learn more about saving other vulnerable pets in Tucson, call 520-477-7401 or visit SaveTheSaveable.com.